BigV basketball back at the Web. State champ men's action here tonight at RMIT Basketball Centre. Jimmy Worth here to take you through all the action yet again. I hope you're not sick of my voice because I'm not going anywhere. There's still 2 home games left, including this one. But a person whose voice you definitely won't get sick of because it's his debut this season. I don't know how, but I've managed to get head coach of RMIT Women, Sam Apara, also one of my good mates, on to the comms for the first quarter. Sam, congratulations on the win against Blackburn in the game before the men. Talk us through the feelings. How are you?
Just unreal and super proud of the girls. Down 2 starters in Altea and Macy. Altea averaging 25, Macy close to a double-double, and getting the result down 10 last quarter, and girls stepped up, and super proud of them, and just told the girls 2 more games left. Let's go 3-0.
Can't really say much else, mate. You've hit it on the head. For someone who doesn't really do this stuff a lot, you're doing well, mate.
You know what they say in teaching, look, it's fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. I feel like that's what I'm doing half the time, let's be real. Now, you took over halfway through the season as well. There was a bit to clean up, and you came in with a bit of a job to do, and the girls are in winning form now and they're feeling good. What's it meant to you to get that trust from Vince and to sort of be able to take the reins and have full creativity in the way that you want to craft this team?
Oh, it means the world to me. End of the day, I came in as a junior coach, under 12s, and for Vince and the RMIT board to just give me the opportunity just means the world. So a bit of a step up from under 12s to grown women and from acing Vince, but it's been well worth it, and can't wait to continue with these girls.
Look, mate, I think that anyone who's seen your rise to glory, if they want to call it that, I don't know, if that's just pumping your tires up a little bit too much, but I think it's been a great testament to you, mate. I think we're just seeing the referees are talking a little egg on about the t-shirts, are they? I hope not.
Let's get the game.
Tip off begins and almost lands in the hands of you and I. First touch for either of us. Wyndham now with possession of the basketball. Mid-range jumper here for Wyndham. Rebound by Gergie. Gergie now, quick break for RMIT in the hands of Henry. Henry tries to drive through traffic, doesn't land it. Rebounded there in Wyndham in the hands of number 1, Mayul McJock. McJock goes to try to reverse layup, doesn't land it. In by Steen now. RMIT look to fast break. Gergie for 3. Doesn't go. Another big rebound there for a guard in the Wyndham camp. So now fight to the finish. Another offensive rebound here for Wyndham. Steal by Gergie. And he'll just look to settle it down, Charles. It's now in the hands of Hoskins. On to Gergie. And to Hoskins. Hoskins tries from deep, doesn't go. Put back attempt by Agon, doesn't land either. Quick fast break here for Machok, bounce pass. He'll drive in, Agon's got to worry about. On the perimeter, Machok from deep, boom!
Great ball move by Wyndham getting that secondary rotation.
Yeah, really enjoying the way that they're moving the basketball, sharing the love. Mayul Machok.
Tough.
And that was a tough little point there for RMIT's. Now the ball finds Rosmond. Rosmond in the paint. And Rosmond gets over Henry and gets 2 of the best. The 2 to the good, should I say, is now Hoskins Jr. and Junior Gabra. Hoskins Jr. layup, slither as you like, gets the 2 points. And that's 4 on the board for RMIT so far as Machok. Machok reverse layup. Tries to get a putback by the big man in Simon Bradbury, but doesn't go. Back to live play now. Steen from deep. A little bit too long there from Daniel Steen. Machok, fast break here for Rosmond. Foot was landed out of bounds. Quick start here for both teams, Sam.
Up and down, doing his best Tom Brady impression, but just a little bit off at the end by the Wyndham guards.
Mayul Machok tried his into Matt Spencer. Now it's Henry from Steen. Now Gurgey wants the ball. Oh, lovely pick and roll there. Henry taking the cake.
Simply delightful.
Simply divine. Get your tea and bickies. What do you think? Because that was just scrumptious. Ball finds Bradbury. Now at the top of the key. Drives into the paint. And that was no good. And number 14, Sturkowski. And that's Hoskins from deep.
There's nothing you can do there. That is just...
I mean, you just got to sit back and clap sometimes.
Good offense beats good defense.
Exactly right, Sam. There's Rosman. Tries to go in response. Doesn't land. And now it's in by Gabra. It's Gabra. Doesn't go. Henry. And the foul's been drawn. Looks like it might be on... It wasn't on Sturkowski. It was on Jalen Rosman. There's now a quick timeout's being called, trying to rally the troops here. Hot start for both teams, Sam. It's really tight ball game so far. If you look at the quick fire stats here, Wyndham are 2 from 11 from field range, and RMIT just 4 from 9. So 2 less shots for RMIT and 2 more converted.
It hasn't really been a stoppage. It's been very up and down, one foul. Hasn't really been any dead balls, so...
Very flowy. And leading scorers, Hoskins Jr. with 7 points, and Henry just with the 2 for RMIT, and McCoch and Rosmond with 3 and 2. So now we probably look to settle down in this game right now. Both teams just probably trying to find their groove. And
well, definitely, especially after last week. We both know both teams coming off probably not their greatest performances last week, so there's a bit on the line for both these teams. So expecting both of them to come out pretty hard in these next 6 minutes, 22 seconds.
From around the grounds last night, McKinnon defeating Camberwell 87-75. It's the first Friday night game that we've seen. And McKinnon now playing Bellarine at the moment as well, just tipping off. And Henry, 2 to the good for the number 12, the former Youth Player of the Year. RMIT having a habit of getting those Youth Player of the Years into the camp, as now we find Machok and Rosmond. Rosmond tries to drive, but opts out. Goes now back to the big man in Bradbury, and it finds Sturkowski. Sturkowski, just a little delicate layup there, and he'll get 2 points for that. And it's Henry, coast to coast here for RMIT. Tries to back out, and he does to Hoskins Jr. successfully. And it's Hoskins who drives, Hoskins who fouls, and it's no good. Can't land the 3-point play. And the foul looks like it was coming off Junior Gabra.
Jinxed it, got a stoppage.
I did get a stoppage. Commentators curse Sam. I think you'll learn quite quickly what that means. Is Darnell Hoskins Jr., the American import, goes for his first of 2 at the line. Sinks the first. Cool, as calm as you like. And he'll get the second. So now 13 plays at 7 with 5:26 left on the clock. As it was Bradbury, and now it's Rosmond. Rosmond to
that is
Machok,
way too much space.
They gave him all the time and all the space in the world. They said, have a go, see what happens. And it's pretty evident to see what happened there. As Hoskins Jr. does what he does best and has a go with a hand in his face, but no good. Now Hoskins Jr.'s 2-on-1. As Rosman drives through Agon and lands 2 points. RMIT allowing a lot here. A lot to fall. Almost like they're not offering a lot of defensive structure here as Hoskins Jr. with a floater. And gets it. So now it's Mayul. Mayul with the ball. It's back to Bradbury. Mayul tries. And it was just a little right. And it's now Hoskins back with the ball. Hoskins tries to go through traffic, and he does. And he lands. As Gurji now tries to put up a fight with Gabra. So now it's Junior Gabra. Double 10 with Agon. It's Mayul. Now with Stakowski. Stakowski pump fakes, drives through her Henry and lands.
Silky move.
That smart pass basketball from the number 14. There's now Gabra and Hoskins Jr. Now Henry tries to drive through Bradbury, and he does. Henry just going toe-to-toe and like for like in plays that have converted. As now it's Rosman, who won't go for the triple. So he'll drive in, he'll go through paint. Outlook to Skovsky for 3. Boom! 3 to the good. For Goko Stavkovsky.
Hot stuff for Stakowski.
Really good stuff from Stavkovsky as Gurji tries, and great little pass there from Daniel Steen, and Lou Agon will draw the foul and will go for a 3-point play. Daniel Steen gets off the hardwood, and on comes Milan Savic for the first time today. How are you finding the game so far, Sam? Any real takers so far?
Just been a very back and forth game. You see RMIT sticking to their scale and they're forcing Stavkovsky to really be the, I'll get there one day, to really be the go-to scorer. So they've contained Junior Gabra pretty well so far, but it's been the other players that have stepped up, so credit to Wyndham.
They've done well to keep in at Wyndham. It's now back to live play, and we've got a new check-in here with Bradbury coming off. And that was a no-good attempt from Xavier Cotton, the captain. Didn't start tonight, surprisingly, but has an instant impact off the bench with now an interception, a turnover as Mayok finds Cotton again. And Stavkovsky now with the ball at the top of the key. He'll find Rosman. Rosman, no luck there. A little bit short. It's now Savic. Looks to play some quick-fire basketball. Number 31 tries in a putback, and that's lovely from Milan Savic. Rebounds his own mistake, and he'll get 2 for that. As the now lead draws to 8. It's now Mayul. Charles Gurji frustrated with that. Do you think he gave him a bit too much space there, Sam?
I think after that first one, we both saved a bit too much space. We'll see if the adjustment's made, but looks like Milan doing his work in the mid-range. And
Savic tried his fadeaway that he does so sweetly, but he couldn't nail it as Gurji pump fakes, draws the foul. And that's 2 shots at the line for Charles Gurji. As a way to see the foul was drawn on, and it was Xavier Cotton, the captain, who draws the foul. He concedes the foul, should I say, and allows Gurji to have 2 attempts at the free throw line. RMIT currently sitting at 50% from field goal range. 10 shots gone in, 20 attempts, with Wyndham 8 from 20, so sitting at 40%. RMIT also 60% from 2-pointers, 9 from 15 as opposed to 36% for Wyndham, 4 from 11. But they've also hit 4 threes, so making up the ground as we see Rosman back to Cotton. And Cotton airballs that. And now it's Hoskins. Hoskins through the legs. Avoids contact and finds Henry. Henry tries for a layup. Doesn't go, so that's a rebound there for Rosman. And Stevkovsky might go across court, but doesn't opt for Gabra. As now Cotton does. And Gabra has the ball now, double team with Gurji. Gurji, he drives. Junior Gabra doesn't land, and Gurji responds. And it's now back with Savage, and Savage. The intensity's high here at the Web as Savage tries a fadeaway. Doesn't land in the shock of Sam and I's faces as Rosman goes bang! Up high and down hard.
Way to run the floor, big fella.
Jalen Rosman setting the tone. Is now Gurji, the Frenchman, pump fakes and goes for deep, and it's didn't look good from the moment it left his hands. 14 left on the clock. Shot clock's gone dark as Mayul has to fight with Coleman Bock, and he finds Stevkovsky. This is going to be a great 5 seconds worth of basketball here as Stevkovsky draws the foul. And it's on Charles Gurji, but it won't be going to the line as Gurji is in foul trouble very, very early. You don't want this. He's only got one foul. I was reading the dark as RMIT, but here we go. 4 seconds on the clock. Alley-oop doesn't go, and it's Bruno with a Hail Mary, and that ends it for the first quarter. David Dutt trying to pull a Hail Mary there and an alley-oop, but doesn't go. And first quarter ends with RMIT taking a 3-point lead, 25-22.
How you seeing this game going, Jimmy? What are your thoughts?
I think that's as quick basketball as we've seen so far this season at the Web. It's just been so flowy. A lot of possession for both teams. Only 5 fouls in that quarter, which, you know, retrospectively, if you look at it for state champ basketball, that's pretty low. I mean, RMIT racking up 17 rebounds to 11. They've been really good at boxing out so far as well. I think that a big trouble for their game and why they've been probably losing a lot of games is their box out in their defense. They haven't been doing it well. They haven't been executing it, but they need to defend with their lives tonight. They know it's a must-win game. They have to win this if they want to have a chance at really securing finals with worrying about other results tonight. So they really need to try lock in and, you know, but if you look at Wyndham, credit to the way they've played their basketball. The speed that they've played with has been outstanding. I think that, you know, at the game when RMIT were playing away to Wyndham, Wyndham did dictate that whole play, and obviously Hoskins Jr. wasn't in that lineup as well. They opted to rest him because of the doubleheader the week after, and that proved sometimes too much when you don't have your starting, when you're starting man with a, you know, with the leading assist maker and who's been away for 4 weeks and still holds the highest average for assists. That shows something, doesn't it? So Wyndham have done really well to try to dictate the way they wanted to play basketball. But RMIT so far is just for Bryn trying to control the play, and they've done well. So Matt Bruno comes on for Charles Gurji. And Savage, Bock, Aegon and Hoskins Jr. make up the rest for RMIT with Cotton, Mayul, Gabra, Dutt and Rosman on for Wyndham as Wyndham find a fast break here. Rosman will look to set out to Mayul as Mayul might bounce past, and he does, straight to Dutt, and Dutt goes for 3 and it's just short. Flirts with the rim and doesn't go in as Savage now with the ball. Savage has Mayul to worry about, and that's beautiful. Great work there from Milan.
Beautiful move from the boy they call Krabby.
Krabby. Can you give us some context of why they call him Krabby?
I reckon that's more the halftime story.
Yeah, but okay, fair enough.
Let's just summarise crab in backpack. I'll leave it at that.
Crab in backpack, okay. As we find Cotton. Cotton goes bang. Great night for basketball here at the RMIT Sports Centre. If you're going around the courts so far tonight, we've got 2 games going on. Just the 2 at the moment, with 3 games starting at 8 p.m. Bellarine currently lead against McKinnon, which is a surprise to both of us. Hume City host Blackburn, Keysborough host Sunbury, and Melbourne Uni host Pakenham, all at 8 p.m. tonight. So 3 games going on at the same time on the Basketball Victoria YouTube channel, so make sure you tune in for that as Cotton goes bang again. He's shooting from deep as Agon draws the foul and goes and one. What a great pass there from... Wow, what a pass from Matt Bruno.
Bruno wanted to do his best Matt Spencer impersonation, and boy did he execute that.
Execution 10 out of 10 if I've ever seen it.
You know what I say? Centimetre perfect.
Centimetre perfect. Oh, God, I love it, Sammy. There's now Agon. Will try for a 3-point play, and it flirts to the rim and lands in the net. So he'll get that. He'll be happy with that, Lou Agon. Now it's Garbra. Newly subbed on in Matika is Cotton. 3 from 3 from deep.
He is hot.
He's on fire. Someone getting a fire extinguisher, because there's no putting this man out. As gee, I thought the block would go deep there, but he didn't. Foot was on the line for Matt Bruno.
RMIT boys just need a little bit of a settler here, just rushing the offensive plays a bit.
So if you're Coach Vince, I know you've spent a lot of time under his guidance, and you're trying to settle as we... Oh my God. Xavier Cotton.
Where's his fire extinguisher?
4 from 4.
Where is it?
Where's the PlayStation controller? Because this man's sliders are at 100%.
He knows 2K26 coming out. He's got the sliders all the way up.
This is insanity. Xavier Cotton, from not starting tonight to sinking 4 from 4.
Do you reckon he took that personally?
This is unbelievable. I don't know whether it was an agreed not start or it was something that the coach didn't like about his training, as Agon tried to drive and he'll draw another foul. Agon's been very good within the paint now, drawing fouls, as we look to see who the foul was on, and it was David Dutt, number 8. As we look at Xavier Cotton from 3, he's 4 from 6, shooting 66%. He's only gone from deep in any point that he's scored tonight. As Bradbury, he's back on the court.
These are when the RMIT boys need to realise, hey, someone's getting hot, let's make the adjustment.
So how do you make the adjustment? What would you do?
You'll either go in a switch or you go over. He's gone fire, so irrespective of his previous shooting splits, you've got to respect him right now. The man's hot. You've got to play him as a shooter.
It's a big task here for Savage to be guarding a man so hot, as Cotton tries from very deep, and he ends his run of 4 from 4. As now it's Hoskins Jr.
It's like a bit of a zone.
Back to Bruno. They're playing a great zone defense here, Wyndham. As there's a bounce pass, and it's... Oh, great recovery there from Matt Bruno. And they look to hold up the ball here as it's Savage. Savage and Cotton. And now it's back to Coleman Bock. Coleman Bock tries an outlook, and it's in the hands of Bradbury, and it's a foul.
Oh, out of bounds just called.
Out of bounds. There's now Garbra. 6:16 left on the clock in this second half. In the second quarter, should I say. Is Garbra. Garbra goes from midi hands. Thought they were chopped, but Bradbury does well there and recovers and gets the 2 points. As it's now Agon. Agon drives. No good from Agon. Fast break here for Xavier Cotton. Out looks to Gabra. Gabra finds an option in deep. And Lizelle Matika
Wyndham are catching fire and
gets big.
RMIT boys didn't respond here. Way to stick with by Wyndham.
That's a massive response from Wyndham.
In this league, Jimmy, there is no such thing as a gimme win. As we've seen in this league, there's been upsets probably every round.
Absolutely.
So even Wyndham, they might be out of finals contention, but they still got something to play for. They got their pride. They're the defending champs for a reason. They're not going to lie down. And RMIT boys are playing for their final spot. What, Packy and Melbourne Uni probably coming down their necks, like, got to step up.
Well, Packet and Melbourne University tipping off tonight at 8 p.m. in that game, so that's a pretty big game for them. And then
it's huge. Pakenham
hosts Sunbury tomorrow night, so Sunbury going from Sunbury to Keysborough, back to Sunbury, and then Sunbury to Pakenham. I wonder if they're staying anywhere down the southeast, because that's a bit of a rough drive.
Surely.
So they've got a double header as well as Pakenham. But Pakenham, if they win both games tonight, this weekend, that's a lot of pressure on RMIT.
Oh, yeah. Like, these boys are playing for home final. Driving a Packy is very, very, very tough task.
We know that RMIT did get the W against former finals MVP Steve Coffey and the Pakenham boys last time out. But as we know, basketball's a funny sport in the way that it works. And sometimes that, losses can come at the most obscure times. As back to live play here as Savage pump fakes. Gives back to Agon. Agon for a midi, and that's beautiful. Great stuff there by Agon. Just trying to stem the bleeding right now. Our RMIT is Mattia. Goes back to Doot. And David Doot doesn't get it. So it's now Savage. Savage and Mattia. Oh, quarterback pass by Savage, and it's still back in the hands of Coleman Bock. That's great basketball as Savage goes deep. No good there from Milan Savage. Now Zachary Coleman Bock comes off the court, and Henry comes back on. RMIT just running with a one big man at the moment. It's probably going to do better for them, as it looks like Henry had the task of
don't want to give my target
guarding
that much
Bradbury.
space.
Absolutely. Do you think they're just giving him a bit too much space, giving him too much credit to their shot?
Well, the way they're shooting it, they're shooting the lights out so far, Wyndham. We'll see if this hot streak continues.
There's a now spin move there, fade away from Milan Savage, no good, as Henry rebounds the ball offensively and gets the ball, tries a floater, no good, back to Henry. Matt Bruno, back to Savage, now to Gurji. Gurji pump fakes, Dutt tries, but Gurji goes through traffic!
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui, mon ami! Simply magnifique, Charles Gurji.
Je m'appelle.
I believe that's my name is. So you better say Sam.
That's the limit of my French.
Je m'appelle is all that Sam has to say. Well, that was Si Magnifique from the Frenchman in number 0. Great stuff there. As now Mattia finds Stevkovsky. Stevkovsky screen there set by Bradbury. Gets back the ball. Tries outlook here by Garbra, and it's a foul by Agon. I'm not sure how that was a foul. It hit the top of the board, and
I can tell you what, these youth league boys are not happy at all.
Yeah, big mention to the RMIT youth team who are out in force.
You've got to give them a bit of a shout out, especially shout out to Josh Blake, Saka and AJ coming out to the girls even earlier. These boys got a game tomorrow, and that's what about the club's about. Getting the juniors involved, supporting one another. Culture.
They're absolute laughs and a half, those boys as well. So they bring a lot of flair and spice to the team. As now Mayul and Rosman will come onto the court, and Garbra and Dutt will exit. Outlook pass there to Savage, Henry, now to Gurji. Gurji back to Bruno. Bruno from deep. The Italian stallion can't get it.
Is he Italian or Maltese?
I think I'm pretty sure he's Italian. It's Mattia. Mattia goes bang! That's a lovely bit of work there by Lizelle Matika. Foul's been drawn. It was a blocking foul on Milan Savic, and he'll go for 2 shots as Coach Vince Roberto will have a chat to 2 of his men in Gurji and Henry. And he'll be happy with the first. And now to convert for 2 to narrow the gap to 3. And he'll land it. Now 3 minutes left in this half. Gee, this game's gone quick, Sam.
What's the record for the quickest game? Let's get the stats for half time.
Oh, all right.
We are well and truly on pace for the quickest half.
This is great. Rosman goes in, 1!
Not a lot Luke can do there. Just Rosman get into his spot, using that frame.
Jalen Rosman is currently racked up 13 minutes on court. He's played every minute of this game. Has Jalen Rosman.
When you're playing like that, stay out.
Not at a break. Now Rosman converts the 3-point play.
Bit of full court pressure here.
Now they're playing a man rather than a zone here, Wyndham. Screen set there by Coleman. Bock is... Gurji tried for a cheeky little floater, but no good as Matika. Matika can't land. Great defense there by Matt Bruno. As RMIT now need to settle. As Gurji bounce pass there to Henry. Henry recovers really well. There's a big block there by Bradbury. And Mayul now, a quick break here for Rosman. Rosman looks the other way, backs out to Mayul. Mayul open look!
Timeout coming by the RMIT Redbacks. And just like that, it's a 9-point ball game.
It went from 3 to 9 in the matter of seconds, Sam.
But that is state champ basketball, and there's a reason why these guys are the champs.
They won against McKinnon last year. It was a really great grand final, but I feel like that their final setup in general, going through from week 1 to week 4, was most impressive. It's a bit of a gauntlet finals, and you've got to be the best team on the day. You don't have to be the most. You've got to be the most consistent. You have to win it. It's not like the season where you can drop a couple games. They did it. Even though mathematically, if they lose tonight, they cannot make finals. They're playing with nothing to lose, and sometimes that's the scariest thing. Is a team that's got nothing to lose.
Just hungry, nothing to lose. You're coming out and you're playing spoiler for other teams above you, and sometimes that's just as satisfying as probably making that last final spot. So these RMIT boys need to realise, down 9, got to wake up. These Wyndham boys have come to play.
Sam Aparo is just sticking around with me. Appreciate it, mate.
I'm hanging on by a thread here.
Just keeping me company. You're doing well. Massive mention to everyone listening and watching on the Basketball Victoria YouTube channel, whether you're from the United States, beautiful country of France, or hopefully you're sipping some champagne and eating some fromage in the beautiful weather, or here in cold Australia as the Frenchman is simply magnifique with his champagne and his fromage.
I'm glad you learnt your French before this.
I think I've just watched too much of the Tour de France, Sam. Too many late nights just watching that. As now Mayul goes from deep. Oh, that's lovely. Mayul Machok.
Mayul picking up from Cotton's hot start.
Yeah, he's seen the bench at the moment. He's had his impact and now he's off. He's no good there, is Mayul. And now Rosman. Rosman finds Matika. Matika finds Stavkovsky. Stavkovsky back to Bradbury. On to Rosman again. 50 on the clock. 10 left on the shot clock. Tries to get it in and he does. He converts a beautiful backwards layup there. Does Jalen Rosman. As now the ball back finds Stavkovsky. It's now Mayul. Easy as you like, doesn't go too big, just goes conservative as RMIT need to stem the bleeding. The lead is now 14. Gurji went from 9 to 14 in 40 seconds, Sam, which is pretty ridiculous. As now it's Steen. Steen pump fakes and he draws the foul. Good sportsmanship there by Lazil Matika. Now it's Hoskins Jr. The ball's outbounded. And a timeout taken by Wyndham. 4.5 on the clock left. They're just trying to chew as much as they can to get in the heads of RMIT. And Sam, if you were coaching this squad of Redbacks, would that be getting in your head?
Most definitely. You had a lead in the first, and the Wyndham just got absolutely on fire, and you got to respond now. You got to change something up. You got nothing to lose. You're down 14. We have seen this Redback outfit come back from leads of 20, 19. Well, I think we saw it a few weeks ago. They were down to Blackburn by 20, close to 20.
25 almost, yeah.
Yeah, and they pegged it back. So this is far from over. However, we've got to stop seeing a few heads dropping and realise there's still 20 minutes of ball left. Far from over.
There's a lot of basketball left to be played, but for the scoreline, for Wyndham to almost be putting up 60 points in a half,
pretty unreal.
Very impressive. We will go through their box score as RMIT's at the halftime break, but right now we will go back to live play where Mule, 4.5 left on the clock. Matika doesn't have the ball, and it's a Gurji. Hail Mary, shoot for three. Bang! Charles Gurji with the buzzer beater.
Oui, oui, je m'appelle Charles.
C'est magnifique by Charles Gurji. That's a big boost of morale there for your first half.
Talk about coach killers. You're drawing up a play to get a score, put the dagger in this first half.
Almost put the nail in the coffin.
And nowhere on that board would have said, turn it over, 3, Charles, thank you very much. But that is a credit to Charles, not giving up on the play and playing literally to the final siren.
I think that's the Frenchman's most talked about attribute, is just the way that he plays his basketball and how he doesn't give up. Box score here as we quickly, about to take a very quick break here. So Mayul with 17 points. Xavier Cotton with 12 points. Those 4 threes from 7 attempts. Jalen Rosman with 11. And Stavkovsky with 7. And then for RMIT, Darnell Hoskins Jr. leading the line with 13 points, only 1 from 4 from 3. And then Lou Agon with 9 points, Milan Savage with 8, as is Charles Gurgey with 8.
Just looking at the box score, looking at the Wyndham box score, it's a very balanced, and you're getting those contributions from the boys off the bench. Like Mateka's got 6 points off 2 threes. Xavier Cotton, 4 threes, contributing for 12 points. It's what you'll need to see out of your bench unit, and that's been the difference in the first half.
Sam, thanks for joining me in the first half. I don't know if you're going to stick around in that second half or if you're going to...
Pretty sure overdue.
Yeah, fair enough.
But pleasure. And one thing I want to say before I go is, Matt Spencer, you're watching. Enjoy your little break. Enjoy,
we'll see you soon.
And I will see you soon. And we'll see Matt Spencer soon.
I'll see you soon.
I will see you soon.
I will see you soon.
I'll see you after the game.
I'll see you after the game. And then we'll hopefully see Matt Spencer as well in the coming weeks. Newly engaged. Shout out to Matt and Ella. Congratulations.
You know what? They're living the dream, while we're here in this...
Yeah, they're in Europe while we're freezing in
We're in the fridge of Bandura. We're watching the men's play, and he's just probably sipping on a nice little beer.
In Australia. And Mythos. No, don't even, mate. I'm going up.
That's it.
All right, I'm taking a break. We'll be back for second half action after this. First half scores, Wyndham leading RMIT 57-46. Welcome back to some second half action here at the Web. RMIT currently trailing by 11 points to Wyndham. As Gabra inbound of the ball there for the Warriors. Wyndham, should I say. As now it's Mayul. Mayul back to Bradbury, and Bradbury tries for a midi, and he doesn't land. As now Gurji has possession for RMIT. No score there in that first bit of play. There's kickball violation there for Mayul. So Gurji will take players. It's now Agon. Oh, great defense there from Bradbury. That was fantastic. Picture perfect, textbook defense. And Agon just stepped over the line, and it will be a Wyndham ball. Now it's Mayul, and now Stevkovsky. Stevkovsky now with Milan Savic having a worry about. Stevkovsky drives, big block by Agon! Lou says no! As now we find Daniel Steen, who goes from deep, and that's a captain's three. That's what you need from your captain. Coach Rivetta needed something from his captain, and he got it. So now it's Gabra and Gurji. This is really good from RMIT. The change in, bang again, Lou says no. That's 2 blocks in a matter of possessions. A walking highlight reel in Lou Agon, and a foul's being drawn. RMIT's attitude and the way that they're playing this basketball in a minute and 21 seconds is a complete switch up from what we saw in that first half, and we've only played a minute 21 in the second half. As now Hoskins will go to the line for 2 shots, and he'll sink the first. Is now Hoskins goes for 2, and he will get the second. So now it's Mayul for Wyndham in the yellow. Back to Bradbury. Offloads it to Rosmond, and Rosmond might find Bradbury again. It's tipped, but Mayul will want possession, and he gets it. Screen set by Bradbury, and he'll go to Stevkovsky. Air ball there by Stevkovsky, but Bradbury will clean up the crumbs and the mess, and he'll get it. So that's another 2 points to Bradbury. Screen set there by Agon. Outlook pass to Steen. Gee, that looked good. The captain, fantastic, goes bang. And Mayul with a quick reply. Mayul with another 3 to add to his box score. Mayul now with 5 threes. And Milan Savic with a quick reply too. And the lead now is 6 points. Is now Hoskins. Hoskins tried an outlook pass there to Milan Savic, but he couldn't get anything of it. And it will be inbounded here by Gurji. Now to Agon. The number 14, the big man. Steen tries again. Bang! Daniel Steen from downtown. That's 3 threes for Daniel Steen. Both captains in Xavier Cotton and Daniel Steen have put up some absolute numbers so far. Both on hot streaks with 3-pointers. As the captain now mans up on the other. This is some exciting basketball here as Rosmond goes air ball, nothing there. So to land in the hands of Hoskins. Hoskins now tries for 3. No good there by Darnell Hoskins Jr. Ooh, and that's a foul. And it was called on Darnell Hoskins Jr. But it won't be at the line. It'll be an inbound from the side here for Xavier Cotton. Both teams putting on an absolute show for all that are watching. As Rosmond tried to go for deep and it was no good, as Stevkovsky collected the ball and it results in an RMIT ball. So for the 38 people watching on the Basketball Victoria live stream, a big mention to you. You're watching a fantastic game of ball in this league so far. If we go around the grounds at the moment, checking up on the Wyndham and Bellarine game. Bellarine still lead that by 11 points. And now Junior Gabra will draw a foul, and it will be on Agon. So Gabra will take 2 at the line. As Gabra gets the 1. And Gabra goes 2 from 2, DOS from DOS. As now it's Hoskins. Hoskins and Gabra. Hoskins lost possession of the ball, it came off his foot. And now he goes Tom Brady like to Stevkovsky. Stevkovsky to Rosmond, and Rosmond went through traffic of Agon's big man hands and landed 2 points, and the lead now draws out to 7. Is now Agon. Agon and Rosmond, toe-to-toe. Agon drives, and that's a beautiful layup. He could have gone big and he could have gone hard, but he didn't. He used it in such grace as it's a 2-man trip in Mayul and Rosmond. And that'll be a 3-second, it'll be a 3-second violation from what it seems. If it's anything but is not. So looks like there's water or sweat on the court due to that trip, so shout out to our game commissioner for that. And Mayul will retain possession and inbound this ball. Gee, it's been such a tight game so far. This game's had everything. Mayul currently with 6 threes. From 7 attempts, he's shooting 85% from beyond the arc. As now we find Rosmond. Rosmond went a little fast there. And that's great there by Daniel Steen, the captain. As he takes off a bench. Pump fake there. Steen has Gabra to worry about. And Steen takes out Xavier Cooks and Xavier Cotton, should I say. I'm getting my famous basketballers mixed up here, thinking that he's kind of wild calling a Cotton in BigV state champ. Xavier Cotton with
4 threes from 7 attempts, shooting at 57%. Now it's in the hands of Rosmond, who might find Cotton, which he does, and Cotton tries from 3. Doesn't go, so now he goes 4 from 8. He's at 50% from beyond the arc, is the captain of Wyndham. As now it's Hoskins. Hoskins backs out of a pass there, finds Gurji to O'Henry, and O'Henry can't land. And it's now back in the hands of Agon. Agon did so well there as Hoskins tries to go through traffic, and gee, he landed really hard there. Did Jalen Rosmond. He won't like that one. As Hoskins Jr. will now go to the free throw line again. Gary Commissioner doing a great job. Big mention. So gets one that now gets the lead to 5. And he'll get the second. So the lead is now 4 for Wyndham. As it's now Mayul who finds Cotton. Now Mayul again from deep. Mayul can't land the cherry on the cake there. And it's now Gurji who drives, tries backs out and finds Mayul instead of Hoskins Jr. And it's ended up in a layup for Xavier Cotton. As Steen finds O'Henry, who finds Charles Gurji. The left switch goes boom! The left switch goes boom. Now it's Junior Gabra. Backs out for a pass there to Cotton. Cotton from 3. No good, but it's back to Rosmond. And he can't pick up anything there. And it still remains in the RMIT possession. Junior Garber just trying to figure out what the referee's call was there, but understands it. As he now finds Hoskins Jr. Hoskins Jr., the American import, drives in. It's a physical game, this one. Outlooks there to O'Henry, and O'Henry, a beautiful teardrop shot. That'll land in. Now the deficit is just 1. RMIT had an 11-point deficit going into the half and have now narrowed it down to 1 minute, or to 1 point in the next 2 minutes 30 as Cotton goes from 3. No good as Rosman offensive rebound, and he cleans up the crumbs only to find the hands of Gurji waiting for him. And RMIT take possession again. And it's Hoskins. Hoskins drives. And Hoskins is no good. As now it's a pass from Gabra back to Gabra. Gabra from 3. And it was Cotton who did a putback, but it was no good. And it was a pushing foul. So Wyndham will regain possession, and Matika inbounds. .209 left on the clock. Shot clock is set at 14. Now it's Rosmond. Rosmond could have found Stavkovsky, which he does. tries to drive through traffic, which he gets his hands chopped, and he'll go for 2 shots at the line. Foul was called on Milan Savage in the 31. And now Bradbury will come on for Jalen Rosmond. And we'll have 2 shots at the line for Stevkovsky. As Stevkovsky tries to regather his missed free throw. Back to Bradbury. Back to Dutt. David Dutt. Gets the 2 points, and now it's 67-71. A 4-point lead again for Wyndham. As now it's a check side pass here to Charles Gergie, the left switch from 3. Bang! Oui, oui, mon ami! As cool and as calm as you like, with a face in his hand, the left switch says, give it my all. Cometh the man, cometh the play, and he does it with nothing but confidence. Again, a massive mention to Sam Aparo, who joined me in that first half. Coach of the RMIT Women's Div 2 side, who got their win today against Blackburn in the game before this one. Doubleheader at the Web. Is now Stevkovsky. Will go for his second free throw attempt, and he will land. So now the lead draws to 3. And now Charles Gergie. Gergie screens it there by Coleman Bock, and then their switch goes boom! This is insane from the Frenchman! He's drinking champagne and eating cheese on the Champs-Élysées, this man. Oh, doesn't it fill you with some confidence? As now we find Hoskins Jr. back with the ball, still 2 points of deficit. Hoskins gets the ball tipped from his hands, but now Coleman Bock finds the ball in the left switch. Goes again! This is outrageous from the number 0. He was asking for the foul, but there was no foul there at all. As the pass is tipped, and now Charles Gergie, he'll find Coleman Bock, and Coleman Bock draws the foul, doesn't get the and 1. Almost executes everything, but that was some brilliant play there by Charles Gergie. He's been coast to coast with his defensive efforts and his offensive efforts tonight. If we look at the number 0's box score tonight, 19 points, 2 from 5 from 2-point range, and he's made 4 from 6 from 3. RMIT just with 8 threes from 16. Wyndham 13 made from 30 attempts. So RMIT shooting exactly at 50%. There's 10 left on the clock here. As Gabra, double team now by Coleman Bock. Henry, he finds Mayul. Mayul with a second left. Bang! Mayul with a buzzer beater. First it was Gergie at halftime, and then it was Mayul to end the third quarter. Wyndham go from being down by 1 point to having a 2-point lead going into the final quarter. My word, that was some entertaining basketball in that third quarter. We are going to take a very, very short break, and we'll be back with some last quarter action. Do not go anywhere, because you will not want to miss the final 10 minutes of play. Welcome back to the web for some final quarter action here. Bit of a wink there from Stevkovsky to the combox. Now Gershi goes big. Rebounded here by Coleman Bock. Back to Hoskins. Hoskins out to let switch to Charles Gershi. Can't go. But it's now rebounded again by the Frenchman. The Frenchman tries and the foul's been drawn. And now Charles Gershi, the number 0, has the potential to tie this game. With just 24 seconds gone thus far in the final quarter. Gershi doesn't get the first. So the lead will stay with Wyndham. And Gershi now for his second. And he gets the second, so the lead for Wyndham is 1. Gabra now with possession. Screen set, open look here by Junior Gabra! That's a big 3 points for the number 9. Oh, what a move there by Hoskins Jr. He goes from deep! Can't land as Stevkovsky now with the board. Stevkovsky now trying to dictate play here for Wyndham. Finds the ball again. Will he outlook to the keys? But he doesn't. He drives. He drives to David Dutt. And David Dutt goes bang! So David Dutt with a 3-pointer. Big screen set there by Coleman Bock on Mayul. A kick ball there on Junior Gabra. So off comes Coleman Bock and Henry. And on comes, you got Savage, you got Steen, Agon, Goji, and Hoskins Jr. It's a bit of physicality there, and Stevkovsky tries to go all the way. Can't land. Brilliant defense there by Milan Savage. Back to Goji. And Charles Goji, he's been a centre man here for RMIT today. Finds Steen. Steen draws a foul and goes and 1. And he'll shoot for a 3-point play. As Steen gets his 3-point play, and the lead is now 4. RMIT really need to be very, very disciplined here defensively as Junior Gabra slithers through. That was, got some oohs and ahs from the crowd there. As now Hoskins has the basketball. He tries to back out and find Agon, but the communication just wasn't there. Gabra back with the ball now. Outlooks to Stevkovsky for 3. Can't find. And now we'll find Taguchi, but that's a terrible pass there from Agon. And Mayul had an open look, which was no good. Mayul to Gabra. This is chaos ball here for Wyndham, but it's Mayul. On to Rosmond, and Rosmond gets an and 1. That is some basketball that RMIT will want to forget. There were 4 chances at the basket for Wyndham, and every single one ended up in an offensive rebound. RMIT just almost the commentator's curse coming to fruition, and then them not being disciplined when it comes to defense. 7:29 left on the clock in this game. If we go around the grounds in our other 3 games, other 4 games, should I say, Bellarine leading by 8 against McKinnon. Hume City up 19-2 against Blackburn, and Keysborough up 9-2 against Sunbury, and Melbourne Uni up by 10 against Pakenham, 20-10. Wyndham with a doubleheader tomorrow as they go away to Blackburn. So it's a trip from the west to the north to the east for Wyndham. Is now Rosmond. Jalen Rosmond will go for a 3-point play, and he will convert all 3. As now Bruno checks in to the game, and Hoskins now with the ball, and Junior Garber trying to cause him some trouble, and he's doing so right now. Pump fakes and tries for 3, and that's a shooting foul on Junior Garber, and Darnell Hoskins will go to the line for 3 shots to narrow the lead to 6. RMIT really playing catch-up ball at the moment, and time is of the essence. He gets 2. And Hoskins Jr. gets all 3. So now it's Garbra. Garbra crosses over and he goes for 3. The oohs and ahs of the crowd there almost set it up, but Bradbury cleans up the mess and gets 2 points and gets the lead back up to 8. As now Bruno outlooks to Gurji. Gurji pump fakes, bounce passes to Agon. And a foul's been drawn, and he gets the and 1. Lou Agon now with a chance to get another 3-point play. And he doesn't go. It was a little long from the get-go, from the release. As now it's Mayul. Mayul tries to drive, gets over Agon, but it's no good, and it's in the hands of Hoskins Jr. now. Fast break here for the Redbacks as he drives, tries a mid-range jump shot, lands short, and now Junior Garbra now with the ball. Garbra now finds Rosmond, and Rosmond misses. And the foul's been called on Daniel Steen, and Jalen Rosmond will go to the line for 2. And he lands the second. And now it's back to Hoskins Jr. And now Hoskins Jr. Backward step. Can't go. Just send a little rush from the release. As it's now Mayul. Looks to just slow things down for Wyndham. Mayul, he finds Rosmond. Rosmond spin moves, backs out and finds Mayul again. On to Garbra. Garbra at the corner of the key. He was at the elbow, now at the top, and he goes for all 3 of it, but can't get any. One foul away from the bonus here are RMIT. Now he finds Steen. Steen directing traffic. Finds Agon from Midi, and he gets it. It's just a little nerve settler for RMIT, 6 points of difference. 5 minutes left on the clock, a lot of basketball left to be played. So now it's Bradbury. He finds Junior Gabra. Now it's Rosman, it's Jalen Rosman. He backs out, and Mayul's at the top. And it'll result in a foul against Daniel Steen. And was he in motion is the question. And the answer is no. Need to stop, says Coach Rivetto, as Rosman finds Mayul again. Mayul and Hoskins Jr. bounce passes to Rosman. Rosman in the paint. Rosman tries for a jumper, and that's lovely. They needed to stop RMIT, but Jalen Rosman says no. Because now it's Bruno. Bruno pump fakes to find Steen. Steen tries for a teardrop, can't grab. And it's in the hands of the big friendly giant in Bradbury. There's now Stefkovsky. Doesn't want it. Doesn't want Rosman at all, but still reluctantly gives it back to him. It's now Jalen Rosman. May find the top of the key, but tries to go all three. Doesn't land. Offensive rebound, and Matt Bruno swats it away. But it'll be a foul on number 14, Lou Agon. And he'll take a trip to the line. Off comes, checking out of the game is Daniel Steen and Lou Agon, and checking in is Josh Henry and Milan Savic. So Jalen Rosman will go and nail his first. And he'll get his second. So here we go with Bruno. On to Charles Gergi, the left switch. He tries to go in. Pass is stolen there by Junior Gabra. Junior Gabra! Fast break there, and a timeout has been called by Vince Rivetto. And he will look to reset things here, because it looks like it's going from good to bad for RMIT. I don't really know what's going on, and I feel like my own personal cheerleader, Maple's mum, in Lucas Bateman's mum, is agreeing with me, which, I mean, it's, you know, it's pretty usual. Yeah. So we have little chats, me and Lucas's mum, during the game. Not afraid to let her feelings be known, and unfortunately her son Lucas did sustain a ACL tear in training 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, should I say. So having surgery on Tuesday, so we do wish Lucas all the best. If you know the man, you know that he wouldn't know how to fly, and for a man who's of that stature and that character, he's racked up one tech foul and a couple of unsportsmanlikes this season. There's now Hoskins Jr. back with the ball, 3 minutes 50 left on the clock. Gergi. That's lovely from Charles Gergi through the paint. He's slithery and he does his best. It's Gabra now for Wyndham. Gabra sitting just at 4 points, and he gets an and one. Junior Gabra. He may not be the man who's scoring the most points, but he is providing them. So make a correction there. Garbra has 15. Stat sheet was just a little slow there. Garbra now with 16. Very, very even playing field here. Only one on the court right now for Wyndham who hasn't gone over the double digits. And that is Bradbury with 6. As Garbra with 16. Mayul with 23. Stevkovsky with 10. And Roseman with 22. As now backs look there to Stevkovsky. Hits the base of the rim. Tries to outlook to Bradbury, and Bradbury, offensive rebound again. He's getting some me-bounds, and it's in the hands of RMIT. Or should I say Wyndham plays the call's been reversed. It's now on to Rosman, and Rosman lands it. There's a bit of tussle there between Matt Bruno and Rosman, but he doesn't have to worry about it as Hoskins Jr. tried for a layup, a reverse layup at that, and couldn't go. Is now the lead is 13. With 2 minutes left on the clock. It's looking dire for RMIT unless they can pull some magic out here. It's now Gabra who breaks some ankles, and Garbra can't land. As Gergi now fast break here for the Frenchman. He has Agon on his left, and he finds Agon, and Agon just caresses the ball into the net, and the lead now sustains to 11. It was Mayul onto Rosmond. Jalen Rosmond. Fade away, 2. And he brings the lead back up, 106-93. The lead still sustains at 13 with 1:30 left on the clock. And it looks like everything's over here for RMIT if they can't pull the rabbit out of the hat. A lot's gone right for RMIT, but a lot has gone wrong. They were very good defensively in that first half, but it just seems to have gotten away for them as Hoskins Jr. with a bit of a silly shot. Just rushed it a little bit. Now it's Junior Garbra. He loves the ball here in his hands, Garbra. There's Mayul. Mayul and Bruno. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass is tipped. It's Mayul from deep. And the shot clock expires. And it was an air ball there, but the lead still is 13 points. With 61 seconds left on the clock in this game. And now it's Hoskins. And Hoskins can't get any of that. And they'll just try run down the clock here, will Wyndham. They've done very well, have Wyndham this game, and it's a credit to their point scorers. And it's Mayul from 3. And Raymond picks up, Rosman should I say, picks up the crumbs. And on his second attempt, lands the 2. Savage now gets the ball. And he'll try to Agon. Agon will try for 2 when he'll land a 2. And that should do it here at the Web. They're going to run down the clock here. Will Wyndham. And the hand procession will take place. And that's all she wrote here at the Web. Full time at RMIT Sports Centre with Wyndham defeating RMIT 106-93. Highlights in the game for points getters. Jalen Rosman leading the line with 28 points. It was a very even outing for Wyndham. 28 points, 11 from 2-point range. Only 3 attempted from long range, but no good there. Mayul with 23 points, 7 threes from 12 attempts. Junior Garbra with 16 points, just 1 from 3. Xavier Cotton with 14 points. Matika with 6 points. Dutt with 5 points. Stevkovsky with 10 points. And for the Redbacks, Charles Gurgey leading the line of the scorers table with 22 points and 4 threes made from 7 attempts. Darnell Hoskins Jr. with 19 points. Lou Wagon with 21 points. Daniel Steen with 12 points. Milan Savic with 10 points. But from threes made, Wyndham went 16 from 39 and RMIT went 8 from 20. So that's all that we have left here from the RMIT Sports Centre. A very disappointing loss for the Redbacks as they look to try and secure finals in 2025. But it isn't going to be that easy for them as they will take on some tough opponents in 3 weeks to go. RMIT will play McKinnon next Sunday. Next Saturday night, they will go to Bellarine in Drysdale, play Bellarine, and then host McKinnon on Sunday in our final home game of the season. And then RMIT will travel to Shepparton in round 16, and then in round 17, they will face Pakenham away. So with 4 games left and 1 home game to go, it's going to be a big test on the road for the Redbacks. And please stay tuned to all of the Basketball Victoria YouTube channels to watch all of the games unfolding throughout the night and tomorrow. My name has been Jimmy Worth and I've been your commentator for this evening. We will see you next week for Sunday's game against McKinnon. Until then, farewell.